Well, it's your boy Salem, back with another one. Today, we're going to be talking about why it's so important to remain humble when you are aspiring, whenever you're getting success, whenever you're encountering failure. I just recently finished up reading this book called The Ego is the Enemy. You guys may have heard of it, but it's so crucial to read that book. And not even if you don't read the book, it's about knowing that ego is always there. To what he says in the book throughout it, he's like, and whatever comes next, ego is the enemy. Either that be aspiration, success, or failure. Start driving, guys, here. But whatever comes next, ego is always the enemy. Either that be a relationship, a promotion, a new car, new job. There's so many things that could come along that can be good things, but ego will destroy it. It is your enemy. And what he says throughout the book, and towards the end, I don't mean to ruin the whole book for you, but it's just like he likes to end it with saying, sweep today and know that you will have to sweep again, because the ego will always come back. You can't just allow yourself to think like, yo, I read Ego's the Enemy once and now I know I have an ego and it's all good now. It's like, no, that's your ego telling you that it's all good now. Don't worry about me. Don't bother checking up on me. We're good. You're good, bro. I got this. You got this. That's a recipe for disaster right there. You have to always realize that in order to remain successful, become successful, you have to keep ego out of it. I'd say in my life, more so recently, I'd say I just came out of a relationship. I got a great opportunity with a new job and these great guys I'm working with. There's a lot of chances for me to go into my ego, get bitter about something, think that I'm doing better than her or something like that, or even just get in my ego of like, yo, I'm about to be making money and shit like that. You know, it's like, it's not about what you're getting. And shout out to one of my mentors now that I work with. He sent me this text today saying, it's not about the desired process. No, sorry. It's not about what you get in this life, but it's the process and who you become. Have a great day. And I appreciate that because it's a great reminder. He is a life coach and a martial arts coach to big names in the Hollywood scene. I don't need to mention names, but I was blown away because this guy's so humble, and you would never know that he does what he does, has the money that he has, and knows the people that he knows. And he says he'd rather keep it that way because it helps everyone else out. It helps not just him, but it helps the people that are getting coached by him, because they don't try to look at him as this crazy mystical figure, because he doesn't want to think of himself that way either. He's just a man on a journey trying to find himself, and he's doing better than majority people. So he goes about helping other people, but he doesn't show up driving like the best cars and things like that. He wears a regular t-shirt and shorts. He doesn't get too fancy. And I find, like, even with YouTube, that's why I'm going back to this vertical style right now, because for one, I wanted to change it up, and it just makes me feel more comfortable. I'm not placing importance on needing it to be horizontal, having it be super edited and things like that. Yeah, I'll add in the intro and outro because I like that and keeps things on theme, but it's not necessary to be so fancy. It's about the message. It's not about sometimes how it was given. It's always about how it's given, but it doesn't need to be a fancy way. Don't get stuck in the phrase of like, how was it delivered? When you hear that, most people are like, well, I need it to be as fancy as possible. It needs to be delivered, grandiose. It's like, well, it depends on what you're trying to deliver. If it was music or an actual film or something like that, I'd say, yeah, put the money in and actually invest in a great production and make it look great. But when it comes to messages and things like this and talking, just trying to give some wisdom, it doesn't need to have a film production behind it. I did like a video like that about months ago in this co-working space that I work out of, and it just felt so inauthentic. And I was like, looks like I'm in heaven right now trying to give motivational speeches. That's not what anyone wants. And it's like placing myself on a pedestal. I don't like that. So I would say I'm making this video, which is always for both you and me. I've grown so much with this YouTube channel. It's allowed me to remain humble. It allows me to realize a lot of people are struggling with things that I may not be struggling with, but don't get into my head thinking that what I know, other people all know as well. I'm always humbled by the comments and the feedback, the good and bad. You got to be willing to endure both good and bad feedback, and that's the journey. That's what you love. You want to become better. You want to enjoy the process. It's not about getting to where you are trying to get. I know you hear it all the time, but it's not what it is. You want to go embark on the journey, become better, go through the failures, go through the successes, because it's about who you become through it all. It's not about what you get. It's about who you become. Who are you at the end of the day? Who will I be as I continue to grow on YouTube? Who will I be as I continue to grow in my business? Who will I be when I get the great relationship that I aspire to have? Who will I be when I get to my desired fitness goals? It's about who I'm becoming. Who will I be at the end of the day? Not what I get, not what I'll have. All the material things are actually traps. So you don't want to think about what can I get, what car can I get, because it's not what you own, but what you own owns you. So you want the least amount of tangible items that you own. You don't want too many things. But just want to make this quick video today. I know someone could hear it. I needed to hear it. And I just like to share what I've read and things like that. So if you feel that you resonated, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop more content. And just know, as always, that a belief may be comforting, but only through true experiences it become liberating. Grant yourself permission to level up. Until next time, it's your boy Salem.